Okay, guys, good morning again. Hope you have a good time wherever you are in this world. Let's see, what did we, before we go and present what we have to present, do you want to do some housekeeping?
Yeah, you bet, everybody. Welcome. As you probably have figured out by now, we do this every week as a way to kind of feature the material, the artwork that Bogdan and I have that is available and for sale. So we are unabashedly promoting work and in art chat. We do other things that don't try and sell so much, but this is a way for us to present everything that you see today is for sale. So if you fall in love with a piece, we can get it to you wherever
And
you
hopefully we don't annoy,
even in Idaho.
and hopefully we don't annoy you with all this information, all this show, all this media.
I try and change it
every
up.
day and every week.
You never know. There could be new people.
Okay, let's turn to the presentation here, and let's
Marvelous.
see. Before we go any further, I wanna let you guys know that I'm working this refreshing the website, my website, John as well, but mine is almost
Better. He's what you're saying. His is more important.
Yes, and then once I'm finishing with John, I'm gonna feature it as well. But there's a new stuff on my website. If you have the time to browse and look for the art deals or look for the giclée print that I have right now on summer sales, summer promotion, I'd like to say, because I don't really like the word sales for art. I don't know. It's like,
Yeah,
it's weird.
that's because we don't do it very often.
All right, so going back to the presentation, I have these patterns, ink and acrylic
Mhm.
that I worked with you some time ago.
And you talked about some of these last month.
Yes, and all of these are kind of in a promotion right now, so you can go to the art deal on my webpage and find them. If you find them lovely, do collect them. But this is another one of those where I started playing with ink and acrylic and really didn't go anywhere. And then John said, let me look at it. Maybe we can do a joint collaboration. And this is how it actually happened. So I found the very interesting, the final result. And it's called Roll the Dice. And it's because, it's kind of looks like a dice. And I use a lot of geometrical shapes and abstract shapes to give this idea of a movement of a kind of a play, a dice at play. And then adding the blues and the oranges is to highlight and bring some colors into this game.
Into the patterns. Yeah. Ashley's with us. Good morning, Ashley. So I really love these because I think they're so clean. They've got this crispness to them. There's a lot of movement, a lot of interest. You do some of them in black and white,
Yes, I
which
do.
are also very, graphic and stunning. But when you add this pop of color, it just, I think, changes the whole thing.
And what I like about these things, this one and the following that I'm going to talk about it, is there's a piece of conversation. It opens up doors for viewers to have their own interpretation in a way. Even then, I call it roll the dice, and it's obviously kind of a dice on roll there, because it's an abstract drawing at its core. It's up to you to make to expand the meaning of it.
Oh yeah, because you may see something totally different.
Exactly.
And that's what I love about, and I've said this before, what I love about abstract art is that as you change in your life, this may mean different things to you. So generally people, when they buy fine art, they stick with it the rest of their lives, and the art can respond to their changes as they change as people. I just think that's magic.
And it's kind of a minimalist drawing in a way. It's very clean, and it's a small piece of art at its base. It's like a 14 by 14 on watercolor paper. There is ink, there is artwork line in there. There's a lot of ink, acrylic ink mixed together.
So this is all ink, right?
Right. There's some, actually the blues and the oranges in there are acrylic, but it's acrylic ink.
It is an ink. Yeah. Mhm.
And I said it's a small piece in a way that it's 14 by 14,
Which is not tiny. No,
but it's framed in this frame and floated
Mhm.
on a 20 by 16
Yeah.
frame, just to
More
add
dramatic.
some weight to it.
Mhm.
Yeah, because otherwise it would be too square, and it's very hard to. Sometimes small square pieces are very hard to place in a household.
Very modern, very clean, very
You want to
minimalistic.
I have it here.
Yeah. Show it. It's a great size.
Yeah, and it's perfect. It's a little. I see that the blues in the screen are a little too bright, but close enough.
I think
this
it's
is,
lovely.
those are. It's available on the art deals on my website. Go ahead and shop tab and see if you like it. You can collect it. We can ship it anywhere in the world, or you can come here at the studio and pick it up yourself.
These would make really good prints as well.
This, if
But this is the original.
if I have more, people interested, maybe I would issue a fine art print.
And
Can you
I
hold
also-
this for me for
Yeah.
a second?
I also like the fact that it's all hand done. It's not digital art. It's actual.
Right, because I do have others where I combine digital art with paint, and I make an interesting mixed media on art. But this one is purely freehand.
I love it.
And now, I want you to hold it, because the next one I want to talk about is kind of a similar one. I think Lydia, our friend and collector, did have one of these with gold. It's the same period of time, the same kind of art, the same kind of paper. And then just like this one, I was able to continue, I started with the color like that, the splash color, but I didn't speak to me. So from that splash color, which is a black and white acrylic, then I started doing the ink artwork all around to create this abstract world in motion. And to add some highlights on this one, I added splashes of gold leaf here and there, and some oranges, just to make it more interesting and more to force you, the viewer, to talk about it, to have an interpretation of with your own, how do you say that? Your own.
I know it's.
It's gonna come with me. But then anyway, so this is actually upside down.
I was going to say, that's what I love about abstract art. It was upside down.
But yeah, you can put it any way you like.
Yeah.
Any way you like.
It's signed this way, though.
And again, this one is just as the other one, 14 by 14 on watercolor paper. I wanted to say the viewer experiences, to reinterpret, applying their own life experiences to it, and their own imagination.
Mm-hmm.
See, I tell you, it's coming, but in the moment, English is my second language.
Absolutely, you do great.
So let's see it. Let's see it. Some
And
details about
that metallic gold is really, really nice because it catches the light so beautifully.
Yes, and it looks like a net in a way, and it's a lot of. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of ink lines all around.
Now, these aren't the ones you did when I was trying to get ready.
Yeah, maybe yes. So, guys, the history of those things, especially those artworks that have line work, ink line work in it, it's, I find myself winter mornings waiting for John to get ready for the
He
studio.
puts up at like 4:30.
And
I
then,
don't.
And then, just like a grandma, instead to make a crochet, I do this line work. So
You mean you could have been knitting
so-
socks all this
so
time?
I did learn something from my grandparents. When you utilize your free time with something, do something about it. So this is what I do.
Yeah, they're very, very stunning. And again, I love the fact that they're hand done. I love graphic digital art, But the fact that they're not precise, that there was, you can see the hand of the artist, you know.
And it took me forever to complete this one.
Oh, I should think.
Because it started like a...
You're welcome. I took too long in the shower.
I mean, it started like an experiment. And then I did finish on both of them, I believe. I finished them quite a while, and then I piled them in the studio in a corner. And then months after that, I wasn't comfortable. There was something missing, like on this one in particular. It wasn't completed until I added that gold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that wasn't all done at the same time.
And when I put the gold on, that kind of took this natural, how do you call that, shape, organic shape, that was done. And I was like, oh, I like it. This is it.
It looks like a topographical map. It looks like a crop circles. It looks like spider webs. There's a lot you could do with that.
Well, I hope you guys, I like them. They are both, again, in my website. You can search on the search bar, either connect or roll the dice, and they will show up in there.
That's a really good price too.
Fabulous. So now, before you guys find something else to do, we wanna thank you for checking with us, for being here with us, for collecting us, for spending time with us anytime you can.
We do so appreciate it, and obviously, this whole experiment, we've been doing this since 2015, and obviously we couldn't do it without our collectors and supporters and friends. So thank you guys so much for what you do for us.
And I have to say that this live show on Facebook, it's a commitment. We've done it this year. This is the 26th live show this year.
This year, yeah. We've done it now. This is almost 70?
77.
77 we've done? Wow.
But we're still going. We're reinventing ourselves every time. So what else is new? New is...
these have been a hit, haven't they?
Giclée prints, guys. Those are fine art photographs out of these floral paintings I have.
And they're huge. The originals are huge.
The original are 48 by 36, and not everybody has the room for that size
or the budget.
The budget. So because they were so admired here in the studio for so many people, I decided to make these affordable ways and smaller prints, and they were a hit as well.
There's such a high quality scan that you feel like there's texture. You want to touch them to make sure they're not originals.
And I mean, either you put them on, I had people that bought them straight like prints, and they are happy to print them themselves. I have some collectors here that opted for me to choose the frames for them, and they were fabulous. So it doesn't matter if you go with a wood color or with a gold, they are all fantastic. So they are again available on my website. But if you are in Houston, and if you know my studio, stop by, and I can help with some ideas for framing and make it happen.
And these are great. They ship very easily because you can just put them, roll them up, put them in a tube, and they're on their way.
They don't, because...
Good morning, Jenny.
Because they are fine art prints, and it's a cotton rag in a way. They can be easily put in a tube and then flatten without any problems after.
You say cotton rag. Tell me what that means.
That it's a fine art paper. It's not celluloid based paper. It's based on cotton. So it's very thick, and it's
archival.
It's very flexible. It's archival. It doesn't yellow over time, and it's a museum quality grade paper. We do have. I'm still working on this Mexico series. I still have some few artworks on the process. I never gotten farther with them because I was working on my website and a lot of SEO stuff these last 2 weeks, really hard, and that took my entire time. because
these are amazing.
I mean,
pieces.
I did hire a secretary some time ago, but I realized that the secretary does everything but websites, so I had to.
There's a writer strike going on.
I had to pick up the pieces and see what is going on with that website. But it's beautiful. It's getting even better. There's a lot of stuff to do, and I'm happy to do it. But this Mexico Mágico's images will be uploaded on my website very soon. Again, this is the next one on the table.
That's the one the guy wanted to make a tattoo out of.
Yeah, not finished yet, but soon will be there. Now let's go back a little to Los Angeles, because if you guys are in Los Angeles and want to swing by the Macri gallery, one of my pieces, one of my mixed media / sculptural photography pieces has been accepted in this show of alternative photography, and it's going to last till the end of July. And I'm very happy about it. Yeah,
very, very nice. And you've actually submitted this again here in Texas, right?
No,
not yet.
No, I haven't. That I remember what you say. We'll be out in Romania at that time, and that's it's very complicated for me.
It just seems like there's been lately there have been these exhibitions for alternative photography, which is great because it fits right to what you're doing.
It's because a lot of people, a lot of visitor that comes here at the studio seems that they don't have a good appreciation for photography,
right?
Because they think, at the end of the day, they're prints. So therefore, they may not
be
think,
I could do that.
Yeah. So that forced me to get outside the box and force my artistic approach. So I'm right now doing all kinds of photography based arts. Either I cut them, I make a collage, or I do 3D works out of photography. All kinds of variety of alternative photography, and you can get either paint of it or paint on them. You can get a feeling of all these pieces if you go to my website. There's a large portfolio of mixed media photography based artworks,
and the kind of embellishment that you do turns them into something that's totally original.
Correct. And then if you are in Houston and you haven't stopped by the RJ Gallery yet, I want to tell you that this picture from has been selected for the 15th annual juried exhibition by John Bernard. John Bernard is owns actually the Houston Art magazine here in Houston.
Art Houston.
What's next? Next is we're getting ready for a new show here at Silver City.
We have a new show that will be going up on the 29th. So we will drop off our artwork next Monday. We're getting the walls done right now as we speak. It's a new show that has a theme. We don't do this all the time here, but it's a tenant show. So only the people here at Silver Street will be participating. And it is called Technological Reverie, Unveiling Utopia. And the curator is Megan Olivia Ebel. And Megan has come up with this theme that is all about technology and utopia. And we'll see where the artists take it. We've actually, all the submissions are in. So we can, I've seen the work that people are submitting. And the way that they're interpreting that to mean either that technology is the utopia, that technology will provide us with this beautiful, perfect world, or that utopia is anti-technological. So it just depends on which way they want to go with that, or somewhere in between. Should be a very interesting show. It starts on the 29th and runs of July and runs through mid-September after the third Saturday in September. So it should be a fun show.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Let's see. We are usual here open all the time, regardless of the Saturday. Our studio is open from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock, Monday through Saturday. So if you guys want to stop by to chat or to look at the art or to purchase art, you are welcome. We have wine as well, if you would like that. And what do we have? Oh, we have something sweet as well.
No, you ate all the cookies.
Did I? Did I?
We'll have to go back to the store.
Hold on. Something's falling here. And look at this. What's going on?
Art needs attention. It's trying to reach out.
And then what else? We are going. Oh, yes. You have another show.
Yes. I'm also in the Spring Street Studios. Every year does a show called Art, a Visual Language. And this show is going on right now. They had the opening last Friday. Beautiful reception. A couple of hundred people there. It was quite nice. Sherry Randolph does the curating. She does a great job over there at Spring Street. And this is artists from all over Sawyer Yard. So it's not just one group. So I was included in that show. I have 2 pieces and actually made the back cover of the brochure. So the nun called She Watches is there, and another piece called Ripples. And that one is actually sold. Thank you, Sandra. And nuns are really in for me.
Oh, yeah. You want to what?
Nuns are really in. I've had this piece for years in the studio. Sandra has been in the studio many times. Never noticed it. I don't know how you could miss this, but she did and loved it. So she bought it. And then, so I said, well, I was thinking of nuns. I started doing my little heads again. So I made a new nun, and Josh bought it the next day.
And we frame it for him. So, and that's it.
And this is Agnes.
Look at that.
Just on paper, those where I paint on
Don't you like that frame?
pages of book pages.
It's like,
And it turned out so beautifully. I mean, the picture is nice, but once it's framed, it just took on a whole new level. And I absolutely love her. I don't know what she's thinking. She seems a little sad, but maybe she's worried about the world.
I like that face, because she's hiding something. She's about
And so
to say
thanks
something.
to Josh for buying that. So I'm all out of nuns.
Oh, well.
But anyway, thanks to the folks over at Spring Street for doing that. We enjoy that show, and it'll be up until the mid-October.
Guys, we have a vlog. We haven't had a new one. We're just getting ready for all kinds of things. And but you can go and watch the last one, which was very fun. It's all about Mexico and what we experienced. And of course, a lot of other older vlogs that may be an interest to you. You still have the podcast going on?
Yeah, I haven't done one. Again, we have been fairly remiss this summer with so much going on with Aripa Arte, our new nonprofit. And I just got word from the attorney right before the show started that it has been submitted. So all of the paperwork has gone in to the IRS for hopefully inclusion very soon to get our 501c3 tax-free status.
Fantastic.
So that is actually done.
So let's just bring these guys very briefly, because we're running out of time. Those are along with the nun.
Yep.
All these faces are new and ready for collection, guys. So
I'm having a ball doing
If you
them.
like them, can be yours. They are very inexpensive, right?
Oh yeah, $45.
I don't
They're
think
small.
they are yet on your website, are they?
They may not be, because
But
literally
if you,
just did them last week.
If you fall in love with any of those, just send us a message and we make it happen.
Yeah.
And now you have about 5 minutes to talk about your feature art.
Well, speaking of art that I absolutely love, this is a piece that I did a couple of years ago, and I call it Hope. It's very, very heavily textured. There's actually some blue jeans under there. You can see the seams. I think I really like to do heavily impasto, heavily textured pieces because I think it brings so much more interest to particularly a very abstract piece, a kind of non-representational piece. And so that's all kind of becomes part of the story. So it's I think a lovely piece. There is a darkness, an earthy, muddy quality to it. There is that splash of yellow, which to me is the hope that no matter, whether that's new life with a seed growing, whether that's hope with the darkness of of whatever's going on in the world or in psychologically, that there's always hope. And I think the colors are nice. I think the whole thing is both pleasing and a little challenging as
Yeah,
well.
it's a very interesting piece because you don't know what exactly is, and then you're gonna have to stare a long time at it to make sense of things. For me, I thought for a long time that it would make sense to be horizontal. This is how I see it, but it's my point of view. And
You buy it, you can hang it any
yeah.
way you please.
because it's an abstract art, it has to make sense with you, the viewer, and have your own interpretation in a way.
There's lots of layers. There's lots of depth of color. I find it very, very pleasant, and one that I tend to spend time looking at. You know what I mean? It's not just something you glance at.
Do you have
I've got it here. It's not a very big piece, but I like it. I think
Okay. Yeah.
it's not framed. Obviously, a frame would probably add a lot to it, but you can see the texture of this thing.
And you chose to put a green border
Yeah.
to make it interesting.
So anyway, I think it's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of glossy. And the other piece I have for you today is
What?
another one that I
You want to
like.
share it?
Uh-huh.
Since we're here,
Yeah,
you wanna
I'll go
hold
ahead.
it?
Sorry, this one's got plastic on it, but things get so beaten up in the studio if you don't protect the corners.
We can't get rid of plastic.
This is another one, less impasto. It's kind of it's smoother, but there is some texture to it because I used a knife, a palette knife, for some of that. And this one is I call it El Campo. To me, it looks like a landscape
Absolutely.
scene.
Yeah, so that's the sun.
That could be a sunset. This could be crops growing. It reminded me of when I was in Spain. They had the family I lived with had a little piece of land. They called it parcela, and we used to go there and just look out over the landscape.
I think it's great,
I think
and
it's
I like these vibrant colors.
it's got lots of movement, lots of energy. Love the colors. It's an exciting piece, and yet it's somewhat calming because it seems to me to be a scene of a landscape,
and it
an
looks,
abstract landscape.
it looks great. Actually, with this, I see now the black frame around.
The black frame would help a
brings,
lot, yeah.
brings a lot of.
But the things that
Value.
I would do in black. I remember Alex was here, and he said, "No, let's go with a gold frame." And we got it back, and it was magnificent. So it just depends on your tastes.
Mhm. But yeah,
See, I did it in less than 5 minutes. We still have a
did.
minute left.
so well, I am going to.
Well, we're going to
stay
Romania, guys. It
there.
is hot. It was 116 in Romania yesterday.
Yeah, in
parts, obviously. But so we're about to head out. That will be very exciting, and we'll take you guys along with.
We're not going through those parts.
We're not going to those parts. I hope it doesn't stay. But we're hot here in Houston as well. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful week, staying cool, whether you're in Idaho or Mexico, or I'm trying to look around. I don't know, Jenny, are you here? I think so. I think I saw you. Jenny travels so often. So have a wonderful week, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye now.